Alright, so we're going to look at how to write ionic formulas. To write an ionic formula, you need an ionic name. And basically what you do is you write the formula for the positive ion, then you write the formula for the negative ion, and you need to figure out how many you need of each ion so that the charges add up to 0. So, the positive ion always comes first in the name, and then, oops, let me put that back, and then you get the negative ion. So this is positive, this is negative. That's just the rules. So, what's the formula for magnesium? Magnesium is Mg. It's in the second group in the periodic table. It's got 2 valence electrons. It'll lose those 2 to fulfill the octet rule. It's an alkali earth metal, so all those things we know it's +2, or you can look on your ion sheet. Nitride. The formula for nitride is N. It's got 5 valence electrons. It's going to gain 3 to fulfill the octet rule, so it has a charge of -3, or you just look for nitride on your ion sheet. Now, we need for the charges to add up to 0. In an ionic compound, the final charge has to be 0. So if we have 1 magnesium and we have 1 nitride, that doesn't add up to 0. Right now it's -1. So the trick to doing this, especially with 2 and 3, is what's the smallest common multiple of 2 and 3? Well, the smallest common multiple of 2 and 3 is 6. So we would need 3 magnesiums to get to +6. And how many nitrides would we need to get to -6? We would need 2 of those, and that would give us -6, and this would add up to 0. So you got to check this to make sure it's correct. So that's correct. So then we rewrite it. You can never have charges in your final formula, so we have Mg3N2. So there's the formula for magnesium nitride. So let's look at another one. So the next one's calcium sulfide. So remember, in the name, the positive ion always comes first, then the negative ion. So calcium, the formula for calcium is Ca. It's an alkali earth metal, so it's +2. We have sulfide. Sulfide, right, is the ion of sulfur, so the formula is S. And then sulfide has 6 valence electrons. It's going to gain 2 to fulfill the octet rule, so its charge will be -2. Now we look at this. If we have 1 calcium ion and we have 1 sulfide ion, 2 plus -2 is 0. So all we need is 1 calcium ion and 1 sulfide ion, so we just rewrite it like this. So if you have equal but opposite charges, you got +2, -2, you're just going to need 1 of each. So basically, you just drop these and rewrite it as calcium sulfide. So there's our formula for that. Let's look at another example.